Hello boys and girls, this is your third and final flip video for this week. I hope you've been doing good. I'm pretty sure you probably have. So let's get started. Today we're going to be talking about rounding. So let me share my screen a while. Yes, we'll be talking about rounding. And rounding is just basically finding a number that is close to an exact number. This is helpful if you're grocery shopping and you don't need to know exactly how much money you've spent. Or in the couple examples I'm going to give you, it's not always necessary to have exactly the right number. Sometimes it's okay to have a number that's not exact. So for rounding, we have 5 steps, and it's find your place, look next door, 5 or above, give it a shove, 4 below, you're good to go. Digits in the front stay the same, and digits behind, 0 is your name. I'm going to put a link, probably, I'll try to put it right here where I'm putting my mouse. I'll put a link there to a video that my class filmed last year with a little song about that. So check that out if you get a chance. So now I'll walk through this. So I've chosen Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire because that's my favorite Harry Potter book out of all 7 of them. And I chose this picture. I think it's really cool. This is the United States cover, and this is the one they have over in the United Kingdom. So I just want to share those both with you. But in that book, there are 190,637 words in that entire book, which is a lot of words. And I mean, that's cool to know that, but we don't need to know exactly how much. We need to know about how many words there are in that book. So let's go pink. So I want to round that to the 100,000s place. So my first step, if we see right here, first step is to find my place. So this is ones, tens, hundreds, 1,000s, 10,000, 100,000. So there's my place right there. Now it tells me to look next door to the right. So I look next door and I'm going to circle that. So that's a 9. Now it's 5 or above, give it a shove, or 4 below, you're good to go. So I know 9 is above 5, so that means that I'm going to have to give it a shove. If it were 4 below, I wouldn't do anything. So that means that the number I underline, I shove that up to a 2. So let's go to, so we've done step 3. Step 4 says digits in the front stay the same. Well, I don't have anything in front of the underlined digit, so I don't have to do that step. And it says digits behind 0 is your name, so I simply just need to make everything else a 0. Now, one good step to do at the end to make sure that it matches up is make sure that you have the same amount of digits that you started with. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I know I'm good to go. And so now I can say that if I rounded it, Harry Potter has about 200,000 words in it. Now, before we start walking through examples, I want to talk about a special case. If you need to give it a shove, and you're supposed to be shoving the 9, you need to box out the whole number and make that whole number go by 1. And I'll talk about what that means. So for instance, if I am rounding to the hundreds place, oops, I need my marker, I don't need my, so let's round to the hundreds place right here, which is the 9. So I underline it, I look next door. So that's a 7. Now that would traditionally shove it up 1. So you can't shove 9 up because that becomes a 10. So what if you have to shove up a 9? What I want you to do is box out that whole number. So now it's actually 29. And the 7 tells the 29 to become a 30. And then here's where we have step 4, which is digits in the front stay the same. Hard writing with a mouse sometimes. And digits behind, 0 is your name. So and then I'll just go back and put my commas in, count the digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm good there. So that's not going to happen all the time, but if you do need to shove up a 9, make sure you include the digit that comes in front and then just make it go from like 29 to 30, 49 to 50, so on and so forth. Now, here's your turn. So we talked about the Harry Potter book first. Now we're going to talk about the Harry Potter's movies. Again, my favorite movie is the same as my favorite book, The Goblet of Fire. So this one, I want you to round it to the thousands place. This is how much money the movie made. And this one, I want you to round it to the 10,000s place. So go ahead, pause your video, and solve that. All right, hopefully you've solved that, and now it's time to work through it. I'm feeling blue on this one. So thousands place. First step is to find my place. 1, 2, 3, or excuse me, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. There's my thousands place. Again, would be helpful if I had the right tool on. There's my thousands place. Look next door. Now that 9, let's see, 5 or above, give it a shove. 9 tells the 2 to become a 3. We don't have to box it out here because we're moving the 2, not the 3, or not the 9. So that becomes a 3. Digits in the front stay the same. These are not great written numbers. Hopefully you're writing them much more neatly than me. And digits behind zeros your name. So now let's do it for the 10,000s place. Ones, whoops, I didn't mean to actually make a mark there. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. Underline. So I found my place. I'm looking next door. 5 or above, give it a shove. Well, 2's not above 5, so 4 below, you're good to go. So I'm good to go. I don't need to do anything about the 1. The 1 will just stay the same. The digits in the front stay the same. And digits behind zeros your name. So that was pretty, we rounded to all the different place values you'll need to round to for 4th grade, which brings us to our final problem. You'll have 3 problems to do and bring to school. First one you're going to round to the thousands place. Next one you're going to round to the 10,000s place. And finally you're going to round it to the 100,000s place. So good luck and do great because you guys are all great students.